Good stuff.
awesomecaillou5656's.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome to La Brea Tar Pits, everybody. We are a wonderful place with an incredible connection to the past. Before we get started, I do have a quick bone to pick about our title, the La Brea Tar Pits. There is, in fact, no tar here, and there are no pits. Very sorry about that. I will explain. Tar is man-made. It goes through a synthetic process. What we have here is actually liquid asphalt. It comes bubbling up through cracks in the Earth's crust, and when it comes to the surface, it forms shallow, sticky seeps just a few inches deep, not vast pools, like the term pit suggests. So, a better title for this place might be the Rancho La Brea Liquid Sticky Asphalt Seeps that are just a few inches deep right there in the middle, Museum. Yeah? It's not great. It needs some work. I think people are more likely to come to a place with a name. It sounds like the title of a thrilling movie, something like The Creatures from the La Brea Tar Pits.
Yeah, Josh. Oh, it's in the Great Onion, in the tar pit, La Brea Tar Pit, in the museum.
Making films here in Los Angeles, they were thrilling, natural. Thank you very much. Thousands of years before anybody was making movies here in Los Angeles, there were thrilling, natural dramas playing out. The most recent of those paleo dramas is called Project 23. Has anybody seen or heard of Project 23 yet today? No?
Or something. Looks like this looks like something from the Comic Con. Cool speech Josh says.
Video here.
Project 23 is the most important dig that we've had here in the last 100 years. We have an entire population of animals that we can study. And the more that we find, the more answers we can eventually figure out. It could double our fossil collection. It could lead us to find out so much more about the late Pleistocene and how these animals lived and ultimately how they died.
Project 23 is a salvage project started in 2006 when the art museum next door to the La Brea Tar Pits dug an underground parking structure. They found 16 deposits of fossils, which they boxed into 23 boxes, hence the name Project 23. It was suspected that we were going to find fossils right next to the world's largest Ice Age fossil site, and we did.
Zed was discovered because the art museum next door decided to dig a really big hole. A backhoe was planing the ground and all of a sudden hit his skull. So they found everything in place and it turned out to be about 80% complete Columbian mammoth on 45 square feet. This is one of his cool pieces. This is his left tusk, and it's the first complete tusk ever found at Rancho La Brea. Normally we find a deposit, dig down, find all the bones, and pull them out and process them. But we couldn't do that because there was a parking structure being built. So we boxed up the whole deposit. We found the edges, dug down around it, dug underneath it, boxed it up, and craned it over onto our property.
Not only do we have to excavate all of the fossils, we also have to clean them, identify them, catalog them, database them, and store them. We keep the fossils for research as well as education and exhibits. People from all over the world come to the tar pits, study the fossils that we have here. We're a site-specific museum. We're extremely important. All the questions are not answered. We don't know what we want to know. And so because the fossils are here and because the data is here, hopefully going to be some research in the future where we're going to be able to answer some questions.
Project 23 was a golden opportunity. And when it fell into our paleontologists' laps, they knew exactly what they had to do, and that is dig. I have a lot of practice doing it. We've been digging stuff up around here since 1913. Mostly the bones of extinct animals, but so much more. Much of what we dig up around here is between 11,000 and 55,000 years old. But our excavators dig down into these crates, they take us all further and further into the past, revealing the stories that these bones have been waiting to tell us for thousands of years. It all starts when they carefully remove bones one at a time from a deposit like this. Now, a deposit is basically a solid mass of dirt and asphalt that contains the fossilized remains of dead animals. Moving these bones is a very slow and delicate process. Now, this deposit is solid now, but it wasn't always that way. It used to be just a small part of a massive oil field that still exists today, 11,000 feet below your very seats. During the late Pleistocene, a phenomenon took place, it still happens today, in which liquid asphalt bubbled up through cracks in the Earth's crust and formed those shallow, sticky seeps I mentioned earlier. Now, once formed, these seeps would become covered over in layers of dirt, water, dust, gentle debris, camouflaging them, making them undetectable. We suspect during the summer months, when these asphalt seeps were particularly sticky, unsuspecting animals would wander in and become hopelessly stuck. What kind of animals, you ask? Well, let's have a look. We have a short-faced bear, dire wolf, saber-toothed cat, Territorn, that's a predatory bird with a 12-foot wingspan and a Shasta ground sloth. Now, as you can see, these skeletons are incomplete. It would be very convenient if they were neatly laid out for us, like in Jurassic Park, but that never happens. So, we'll take a look at how we piece these puzzles together with the saber-toothed cat up there in the upper right-hand corner. That is your California state fossil, by the way. We have a California state fossil, by the way. So these remains, they closely resemble those that we've taken out of one of the crates. Fortunately, we've dug up over 1,100 smilodons over the years, so we've got some spare parts to choose from when filling in the blanks. After we've done that, we will look at the condition of the bones for clues as to how the animal might have lived, hunted, even died. And this is the skeleton key, because it's here in our minds where these animals really seem to, they come back to life. Jump right out. So, here we have an adult Smilodon. Adult Smilodon fatalis. Yeah, based on the remains we've excavated, paleontologists speculate that these were roughly the same size as a modern-day African lion, but they came in at over twice the weight, weighing in around 500 pounds. The bones in the chest, shoulders, and forearms, those were extremely powerful, indicating that this animal was very muscular in these areas. In the bones of older Smilodons, we typically see a lot of wear and tear in the lower lumbar region. Indicates the animal's hunting habits, probably put a lot of strain on its lower back, and supports popular belief that the Smilodon fatalis was an ambush hunter. Oh, look out. That's the kind of predator that carefully sneaks up on its prey, or patiently waits behind an obstruction for an unsuspecting victim to wander by. The cat would then pounce, incapacitating its prey with its massive bulk, and would then deliver the death blow, slicing into it with those formidable canines. In case you managed to miss it, the canines are the large, sharp, pointy ones protruding from the upper jaw there. Now, these imposing sabers could grow to be up to 8 inches long. The back and front edges were covered with tiny little serrations like you find on a steak. Now, we believe that the cat would have sliced into its prey and then would have simply fallen back and waited for its prey to die of shock and blood loss before moving into feast. Now, these sabers did not provide an obstacle while biting, because the cat would have been able to open its mouth anywhere from 95 to 120 degrees. Had a big mouth. Did not provide an obstacle while chewing either. The cat preferred the sharp penacles on the side of the mouth for that. Now, this cat hunts alone, but paleontologists speculate that they would have lived and hunted in social groups, much like modern-day lion pride. So that's the cat. Too slow, friend. So it's the cat. What about its environment? After all, the asphalt acts as a time capsule, preserving not just animal remains, but also aspects of the natural environment. preserved evidence such as trees and foliage. They present an environment a little different than the one we know today here in Los Angeles. There are, of course, no buildings or freeways. The average temperature was a little cooler. Average rainfall was a little more. The sagebrush scrub you see around the city, that was still prevalent, but with groves of oak trees in the warmer periods and groves of juniper in the cooler ones. Looking in on this scene, we will start to see the image of a Harlan's ground sloth. There he is, blissfully munching away, completely unaware of the asphalt seep concealed beneath his feet. And as the animal moves in closer, he's going to seal his own fate. There. Now the sloth is stuck. It is going to yank and pull with all of its brute strength against the powerful suction force of that asphalt. And as its predicament worsens, it's going to let out a series of loud cries. Now Smilodon hears this, and she's going to stalk towards that commotion, but she's not alone. These cries are ringing out like a dinner bell to all the ravenous predators in the region. And our evidence supports this. Typically, when we uncover these fossils, predators outnumber herbivores by nearly 9-to-1. Which paints a picture of a scenario like this, in which the cries of one trapped herbivore acted like a magnet, drawing all the ravenous predators in the region. Saber-toothed cat's first on the scene. Oh, but the cat now too is stuck and will share in the fate of his would-be prey. We're going to freeze things for a second here. Now this scene is going to continue to grow and intensify with the addition of each new predator. So rather than fixate on those gruesome details, we're just going to skip ahead and take a look at what's to come. So the cat and the sloth, they are now permanently fastened to that asphalt seat. This entrapment event is now complete. The remains exposed to the air and the elements, those are going to begin to gradually decay and decompose.